Did you know that 80% of a resume and CV submitted never get reviewed? Companies typically review the early applicants and dump the rest. Worse yet, some companies post jobs where there isn't any empty posts so they can fire and hire quick. Today, I created an automation to fight back corporate America so you can have job search and CV customization fully automated and apply jobs at scale. And exactly how we're going to do that is by using n8n AI automation. Okay, so let's jump in. So the first one is a job finder and CV prep. Basically, we'll try to find you a job and only the freshest job every day. The reason for that is because you don't want to find jobs that are way too old, because it's pointless for you to apply for those kind of jobs simply because recruiters don't review them. Most jobs do not get reviewed after they pass certain period of time. So there's also an expiry date to that. And after it find you a job, then it will try to look for the job description and then get the resume that you already prepped and merge them so that it can come up with a very good CV. Okay, and the second one is a application status. So I believe that many of us have applied for many jobs, but you at some point you get lost, like, okay, how many you've applied and what's the status on some of those applications? Was it rejected? Was it accepted? Is there anything that's still pending interviews? This is also cool because then for people who is already having a job, and the trick is that you should never only rely on your one job, but you should always keep looking for jobs. And that way you have a backup plan in case shit happens. Okay, so that's the basic idea. And now let's look at the each of these trigger. So pretty much what it will do is that every day it will be triggering at 8 a.m. After the schedule trigger, it will call the agent to find a job using the SERP API tool. When it found a job, it will go back to the tab to check if that job has already existed in the role. If it exists, because sometimes company repost them because they couldn't find a candidate. If it exists, then it will not be inserted in this role anymore to prevent duplicates. Okay, so right now it's going back to DeepSeek. It's thinking if it should insert into a new job role because it couldn't find any. And as you can see here, Google Sheet, you can find the different types of data variation. So there's like date posted, and then there's also a salary range, job title, the industry of this job, the job link to this job. So in case if you really want to apply for this job, you can click there and try to apply for that job. And then there's also like job description, the benefits of related to this job. It doesn't come with a CV because what it's going to do next is it will trigger another AI prompt and then try to merge your the job description found with your resume. So resume, you have to insert your resume in this Google Sheet tab, and then the AI will pick this up and try to scan your professional experience, and then based on that, with the job description, write you a convincing CV. In here, you can see like prompts. Find 2 jobs related to human resource near Texas. You should customize this prompt so that it's matching the type of job that you're looking for, and as well as the location if you wish, if you're not in a remote role. And at the bottom, it's more like asking the AI to fill the Google Sheet. I will insert the n8n template and the Google Sheet template right inside the video description below. Make sure to check that out. And when you have the Google Sheet template, make sure to make a copy of this so that you have all the fields as exactly the same as it is, so that nothing fails to trigger inside the n8n flows. So as SERP API is free, you just need to register an account with them. I found that if you limit your search to 2 job searches a day, you will not need more than the paid plan. After you register an account with SERP API, just click the SERP API key and copy your key, paste that to the account section. That's as easy as how it is. You can copy my query parameters here so that it will create an API connection with SERP API for the AI agent. Okay, once it found the new jobs, it will paste into the new jobs tab like so. Now I'm going to show you the operation that I use in Google Sheet. So here you can see like I'm using a append or update role. And if you see like ID, it's basically from the Google Sheet, and on the URL, you can see like that ID. It's between the D// and / edit. Copy that and paste into your ID here and you're good. And the name itself is a name tab. So you can copy that exactly as it is and paste it here. And there are other things as well. If you see like column to match on. So in a spreadsheet role, in order for the AI to match the exact same role, it will use the company column here in order to find the similar type of jobs that you apply to. And in case of values to send, I simply use the prompts in the AI agent to prompt them. And then when I'm inside the tool itself, underneath here, if you see values to send, I let the model define the parameter by selecting that. And you can see like that. And description itself, I just simply try to describe what this column is about. And having that, I can go back to the AI agent and write my prompt. And the AI agent itself will identify exactly how to use the tool. And there are small variation across the other Google Sheet tab. Like you can see in this case, I'm using the get role. So it's like trying to get information from the Google Sheet, kind of like treating it as a database. And other things like defining the ID. All the IDs will be the same because I'm using only one Google Sheet type. So you can just copy and paste that to multiple Google Sheets, except for the sheet name. So it can change depending on what's exactly trying to do. In this case, it's resume, as you can see, and create CV. It will be in the new jobs tab. Okay, so now I will teach you how to integrate with Google Sheet with n8n. So simply click the pen tool right there. If you want to read more documentation, you can click on that and read the official documentation from n8n. And I find them super useful because it's like super concise and you can just click further if you want to integrate with specific apps. But I'll also show you very quickly how it's done. Basically, when you are in here, you can click on the project itself and to create a new project. And once you have the new project, go to the specific project itself and type on the apps that you want to integrate. Let's say that it's Sheet, and you have to give it permission. So you have to click something like enable. For myself, I've already enabled this before, so it's just manage. And you can see like it's enabled before. And once you are done, do the same for Gmail because it's also under Google Cloud. And then you can go back to the project itself, click on client and click on create client. And in here, select web application. You will see authorized redirect URL. So here you will simply go back to n8n and copy this link and insert this into the add URL. Once you hit the create button, it will show you the client secret. Simply copy that and paste into your n8n accounts and you're good to go. Of course, make sure to hit the sign in button and you should see something like account connected notification. Subscribe if you like my video. For this purpose, I'm using DeepSeek API. Of course, you can use other models that you like, such as ChatGPT. I just find that DeepSeek API is so much cheaper and I want to keep the cost as low as possible. You can also consider using Gemini API. As far as I remember, they were offering free API tier, and it should be enough for this purpose if you keep the volume low. It found the new jobs and it posted it to the Google Sheet, and now it's prompting the AI agent to say, hey, get the resume that I stored, and then check the existing job where the CV is empty to generate this CV. And as you can see, it's generated a CV, and then it will call the AI agent to send a Telegram text. Okay, now we need to go to Telegram and interact with the bot father. and just type forward new bot, and it's going to ask you what kind of name it should be given, and just give it a name ending with bot. Once it's checked that the ID is available, then it will give you an API token. So just copy this API token that you see, and then go straight to your n8n setting. Somewhere here, and then just try to insert that into your access token. And the base URL is the base URL you can see there. Just copy and paste that. And you're also going to need the chat ID. So sometimes you don't know what's your Telegram chat ID. And what you can do is just quickly create a Telegram trigger on messaged and try to click that. And here you're gonna see like a bunch of things, but notice you get the chat ID there, and you just use that, copy this, and go back here and paste that into your chat ID section. As easy as it is. And then the text, because I use this to trigger using the AI agent, so I just let the bot define exactly what I want by clicking that, and that's it. We have it. So we're done discussing that, and now let's jump into discussing a second flow. Here is a job application status. So here we have a tab that's made like that. Every time you apply for new jobs and you receive such an email, it will send here and tag pending resume review. If it's already a rejected version, then it will be rejected. And there's also other types of status, such as pending cognitive assessment, pending tasks, interviews, and accepted, depending on the type of email that was written. And if you click into the email section and you click fetch test, that I've sent myself the latest email or rejection mail. And once you trigger this, you want to limit the type of email that's being passed through for AI agent scanning. This is because you don't want every email to go into AI agents, because they can see every email that you send and use that for trading. And worse yet, some other people tricking AI into giving them API keys or personal info that's leaked through AI prompts, and you don't want that to happen. So this is kind of like saving your ass. So how this works is that once you receive the email, you want to go to the text section. So this is the email content, and you want to paste that into the condition of the filter, like so. I already paste that. I will just delete then the duplicates. And once you have that, you want to use the string called contain. And this is basically going to check if this text contains the keyword career, or the keyword application, or the keyword candidacy. If you're using this to create other type of automation, you can use n, but in this scenario, I want this to trigger more often and having the more relaxed version of the filtering type. So I'm using or for all of the keyword check. And let's check. And okay, so this means that it will be capped in output and be passed through to the next node. And you can see like you don't know what value was being passed through, but you can try to see like, okay, application, does it has application? Okay, it does has an application keyword in here. Does it have a career? Okay, so it has. So you get the idea. Now, if the filter is passed through, it will get into AI agent prompting. You are my assistant in maintaining job application. And then step number 1 is, again, use the SERP API tool to query API. What it's trying to do is that when it found a job application, it will again verify SERP API if that job has already exist in the job tracker. If it doesn't exist, then it will create a new role here for you. Let's try if that works in a Bamboo. Because sometimes it doesn't work. The reason is because that job is way too old in the search engine and they just deactivate this listing. Okay, so you can see like it's still in the SERP API, and in the email as well, it stated that it's rejected. We've decided to move forward in a different direction for the okay. So it's rejected, and then it's going to tell that it's rejected. So that's the idea. And it's also going to check the existing application. Let's say that previously you already have a Bamboo Health here, and it's not going to create another duplicate for us. So it's only going to be a unique role for us. Therefore, we will be able to do the count if accurately. And in case if there are duplicate, what it will do is instead of creating a new role, it will just change the status. Let's say that initially it was pending resume review, it's going to be now become rejected. If you don't like my video, please remember to subscribe. Yeah.